Welcome, everyone. Happy May. 1 month to go, one more meeting to go. Thank you for zooming in. Let's start our meeting by doing the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We have our four guest speakers here today. Mr. G, Mrs. Borelli, Mr. Barrow, and Mr. Velarde. Whoever would like to go first, please take the floor. Oh, and happy Principals Day to all our principals, Mr. Barrow, Mrs. Borelli, and Mr. Velarde. Thank you for all you do. We won't be able to do it without your help and support. So happy Principals Day.
Thank
If anyone-
you. Thank you.
Hi, Mrs. Green. It's Mr. G. I'm sorry my camera's off. I'm actually en route on my way.
Hey, Mr. G.
Sorry I can't put my camera on as I'm driving, but I just wanted to say hello to everyone and happy May. I cannot believe that we are in May. It's unbelievable. About 6 weeks of school left. And even with 6 weeks of school, there are so many things that we have to do as we close out the school year. I don't have any new report or any new items to share with everyone other than I'm wishing the students of East Rutherford a good luck on their state assessment, which is coming up very soon. I'm sure they're going to do well. They prepared long and hard, as well as the staff doing their very best to get students ready for performing well on the state assessment. That's all I basically have, other than finalizing everything with DOPCO, which is our construction company. We are now finally completed with all construction paperwork, anything registrations that we've had. We've done everything that we needed to do to complete our renovation and construction projects. And that's basically all I have. So if there's any questions that any of the parents have for me, I'm more than happy to entertain any questions that they may have regarding the district.
Thank you, Mr. G. Any questions for Mr. G? Please feel free to put it in the chat.
So far, there are no questions in the chat.
Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Mr. J. Arrive safely to your destination.
Thank you.
Mrs. Borelli, Mr. Barrow, Mr. Velarde.
Good evening, everybody. I am leading off tonight. So first off, happy May. It is wild that it's May 1st right now. And like Mr. G said, only 6 weeks to go until summer break is crazy to say out loud. And it's crazier with how fast it's going to continue to go. Our fifth grade are officially closing out their lead program. So all fifth grade families should have gotten their permission slips. Sergeant Alberta dropped those off to send home for you all. We do have the vast majority of all of those permission slips back. This event comes at no cost to the parents. It's at Bolero next Friday, midday. They're going to have a nice little pizza lunch there and get some bowling in with not only the entire fifth grade team, including teachers, but also some of our East Rutherford Police Department members who have helped to lead that program. So we look forward to a great day. May is Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. So that's embedded throughout our programming for the month. Students will learn about different individuals contributing to education, pop culture, society as a way to celebrate the cultural elements that we do each and every month. As Mr. G said, NJSLA testing begins next Tuesday, May 7th. At Lincoln School, at least, what we do is we run an extended morning homeroom. We allow a couple extra minutes for breakfast. We have some mindfulness, physical activities, reading nooks set up because our goal is to get all students in the correct frame of mind prior to the 2-hour testing window. What we ask from you, and this message will be consistent from all building principals because we all have tested grade levels, attendance and timeliness are so extremely important. We encourage the participation of each and every student. These assessments do have value to us. in a number of capacities, and it's our job to make sure we're showcasing all of the great teaching that's going on and also the incredible learning and achievement that's happening. So please do your best to make sure they are here and on time every day, especially during these testing windows, because time is an extremely important element of that. At this point, all Lincoln School students should be leaving their Chromebooks and their chargers in the school building each and every day. We don't want to run into any issues with students forgetting stuff at home, so teachers know they are not assigning any homework that requires the use of a computer for the next couple of weeks as we navigate testing. If you have any issues with student devices, please bring them to our attention now so we can make sure we address that prior to that. I want to thank the PTA for again being willing to organize the Holly Rock show to close out testing for our students. We know they are all looking forward to that. That's going to be held on May 31st at Faust School again. So thank you, Mrs. Borelli, for the gym. We are working to be able to coordinate 3 through 8, again, having that experience this year. The Lincoln School field trip, we do have that information out, $9 cash or check to do the Patterson Great Falls Museum, the Negro League Baseball Museum, and the New Jersey Jackals game that day. At this point, we have about 20% of the school population that have submitted their slips and their money, which is great. Please make sure you review the lunch option so we make sure if you have any questions, let me know. I did just see a question pop up for anybody that chooses to not participate in the field trip. We will have somebody here at the building to supervise for the day, and we can provide programming as appropriate. Permission slips for the spring showcase dress rehearsal and our field trip are online in the Genesis parent portal. The permission slips themselves, we need them completed ASAP. And currently we're at about 50% or so of the student body. So if you have not logged on to Genesis, please do so to complete that. May is the end of April and May are big celebration months. End of April, we celebrated Administrative Assistance Day. So thank you, Ms. Mandeville. Thank you to all district secretaries for everything you do. Often the first in and last out, taking care of everything, being the face of these buildings and all that they do. Next week being Teacher Appreciation Week. We encourage you to not just wait for that week, to encourage you to celebrate our staff each and every day and all their great accomplishments in helping support each and every student. Next Wednesday, May 8th, is School Nurse Appreciation Day. So a preemptive thank you to Nurse Pacelli and to all district nurses for making sure everyone's safe and sound and that we make it home in one piece every day. Thank you so much for thinking of the 3 of us on Principal's Day. The thoughtfulness is much appreciated. We are so lucky to have such a great and supportive PTA who recognizes us each and every day. So we thank you for that. And that's really all I have today. If there's any more questions, whether it's now or upcoming, please don't hesitate. Call, email, reach out. We want to make this a fantastic end of the school year for everyone.
Mr. Velarde, you already addressed the one question about the child who does not want to go on the field trip, that they would be at school with another teacher, right?
Correct.
I believe was the and the other question is for the 5th grade moving over to Faust. We assume there'll be something to celebrate them as well. If parents want to be involved in designing or planning or building that, is it too late to get involved, or how would they do that?
So we typically do something in-house for those students. We hold a little breakfast for them and we do a moving over ceremony to engage them with the middle school community, with the collaboration of Mrs. Borelli and Miss Muse and the crew over there. If there's interest in some sort of like decoration or element like that, I have no problem reaching out. And if we have some volunteers that want to, maybe decorate the bridge or something, that could be a great idea as they're moving across ceremony. But we do keep that as an in-house thing for our 5th graders.
And I am not seeing any other questions in the chat.
Thank you,
Good
Mr.
evening.
Velarde. Thank you, Kevin.
And thank you again. I am going to actually call into the Zoom now to finish the meeting on the road because I'm going to finally get out of the office for today. So thank you again for your time. Thank you again for recognizing us today and every day. And I hope everybody has a great end to the school year.
You too have a safe trip home. Thank you, Mr. Velarde. Mrs. Borelli, Mr. Barrow.
Good evening. I will be happy to go next. Thank you again for having us at your meeting. It's really so nice to be involved with the PTA, the community. And again, thanks so much for the generous principals recognition gift today. We really appreciate it. We have a lot of celebrations going on this month. We just had Secretary Administrative Assistance Day. Then I didn't even realize it was Principal's Day today. I don't think any of us did. So thank you for remembering us. Also, next week we have Teachers Appreciation Week, and we have Nurses Day on Wednesday. I'm not sure if we left anyone out. I think we covered everybody, so it's always, you could do a celebration each day for something, but we celebrate every day that we're here and that we're on time at school, working with our students, and we're being successful in our goals. Just a few things to come off with the last month or so that we've been venturing into at Faust. We had a student attend the internet safety presentation on March 27th. We also had our Cats Reward Day on April 12th to celebrate their accomplishments for marking period 3. They had team building games. They enjoyed socializing with their friends. We had a pizza party. It was all very nice. They really deserve it. And now that the end of the year is coming and testing is right around the corner, they're just looking forward to field day and every other celebration we could possibly have before the end of the year. Of course, still learning involved, but we can do it in different ways. So we're really excited about coming to the close of this year. Also, Faust School and students, we had a pep rally again, which was great on the 24th. It was a Hawaiian luau. And it was really, it was a lot of fun. Yes, it was time taken away, but I think we all needed that just to get ourselves ready for the remainder of the school year. So I know, Mrs. Green, I'm sure your son had a good time. He's very excited and he's always involved in everything. And most of this, all the students are. They, believe me, they look forward to the pep rallies. Also, Mr. Tunnell, he brought the Spirit Days to the hallways, including Disney Day and baseball. We took pictures all over the place, hallways, classrooms. And we also recognized Lighted Up Blue for Autism Day. We also want to congratulate Ms. Mashir and Faust School art students for their outstanding achievement in being a part of the local Youth Art Month exhibit. And a shout out to our science teachers for bringing various activities in the classrooms to teach our students about the solar eclipse and Earth Day. Today, our student council, we went on a field trip to a stigma-free symposium by Bergen County Health Services and the Division of Mental Health and Addiction. The purpose was to raise awareness regarding mental health challenges and provide available resources to youths in schools. Bergen County Executive James Tedesco was there. The Board of Commissioners was there. Beckton was there. Carlstadt was there. There was a bunch of schools that were all there. They had a big spread breakfast. They listened to all speakers on the awareness of mental health. They got tokens, bags, things to take home. They really did have a very nice day. And I see someone showing the pictures there. Thank you very much. It was sweet. They enjoyed it. Something coming up. I'll get right to the point. Testing. Yes, that's coming up for Faust School next Tuesday through Friday. Monday, we take a break, and then we go Tuesday through Thursday the following week. I don't test on Mondays because I have no idea what our students do over the weekend. So I need to get them in for a week. I need to get them in a day to kind of get them acclimated back to, working. So we are off on Mondays. Our 8th grade volleyball fundraiser is coming up on the 9th. Everyone, please come. It's fun. It was 8th grade versus the teachers. We all have fun and we're all very sore the next day, but we make it through. And lately, the 8th grade has been winning, so that shows that we're definitely not as strong as we were when we were first there. I mean, this is going into my 22nd year of Faust School, so it's very different. Yeah. So, and a lot of the teachers about 8 of them started, we all started together. So we're getting up there. And then we're gonna have our honor roll breakfast on the 10th. And then there's so many things that I'm not gonna touch on too much of the 8th grade because there's so much going on coming up. But the teen arts will be on the 17th at Bergen Community College. We also have the band trip coming for Trills and Thrills Music Festival, where they go to a local school in Toms River, and then they go over to Great Adventure for the day. Field day's coming up for us on the 10th. We have a rain date on the 11th. It'll be at Riggin Field. And we did, as everybody knows, we had to change some dates around due to getting out of school earlier than expected. So the 8th grade commencement is on the 17th, which is our very last day of school. And then the breakfast will be on the Friday before. And there's many other things coming here and there for everyone, but I just wanted to highlight on a few of those things because we will definitely miss our 8th grade. And every year it's sad but sweet. They're ready to move on. They're tired of being told what to do every minute of the day. They have a little more freedom when they get to high school. So, but they do come back and always say, "We miss you." I go, "Oh, you do you?" Not just me in general, everyone. I said, "You miss us telling you what to do every day, every minute of the day. Do your work. Yes, you can go here. No, you can't go there. Yes, you can do that." They do. They really do miss that. But thank you so much again for having us. If there's any questions for me, I'd be more than happy to answer any. And we'll see you in June.
Mrs. Bradley, when did you say was field day?
It is the 10th, and the rain date is the 11th.
Of May.
Yes.
Ah, cool.
Yeah. And we
Thank
talked about the changes of, the breakfast and the formals coming up. There's so much for them coming on. It's really, they're going to be so excited. It's going to be a fun end of the year, which they deserve. They really do.
Thank you, Mrs. Bradley. Yes, agreed. They're very excited.
I do not see any other questions in the chat.
Thank
Thank
you
you,
again.
Kevin. Thank you, Mrs. Borelli.
Thank
And
you.
thank you for making things so much fun at Faust. I can understand why the 8th graders miss it so much because Anthony tells me all the fun he has every day. So I'm like, it sounds like a party over there. I'm so jealous.
Oh.
So thank you for all you do and for keeping things fun at Faust.
We try. They really work hard every day in every single class. And every now and then everyone needs a break. And if we just keep going and going and going with instruction, day in, day out, period after period, they're going to burn out. So you have to have those little breaks in between, especially middle school kids. They're so active and never a dull moment. So they need to keep, their spirit alive. And we try to do that.
Well, it's appreciated. Thank you so much. Mr. Barrow?
Good evening, Mrs. Green, PTA board and everyone. Thanks for having us tonight. Mr. Velarde and Mrs. Borelli covered a lot with NJSLA testing. We also start on the 7th, where we only have our 3rd grade doing testing. We start on Tuesday the 7th. Mr. Velarde covered most, and we also sent out a 3rd grade parent communication today. So if you have not already, please check your Genesis email. A blast went out today for all 3rd grade parents. Again, PTA parents, staff, thank you all for Principals Day appreciation. Driving in today, I heard that it was Hamburger Day. Masho's had hamburgers as a choice for lunch. And then I was pleasantly surprised with announcements and a lot of generous individuals today. So much appreciated. Teacher Appreciation Week coming up next week. We had also Nurses Day, as Mr. Velarde and Ms. Borelli pointed out, and Administrative Assistants Day passed last week. So we just thank all our faculty and staff and office staff for all their continued hard work. We are continuing kindergarten registration. So if you know anyone that is at the age of 5 on or before October 1st this year, they're eligible to register for kindergarten, and they should do so by going to our district website and start the registration. Contact the main office after they've completed all of their registrations. Pre-K registration has been concluded. All communication has gone out to the individuals that are fully registered. If you are fully registered, please make sure you get all that information to the main office at Mackenzie or the board office as well. Beyond that, the third grade letter explains a lot, just as Mr. Brawley, Mrs. Brawley, and Mr. Velarde noted, there's a lot of great activities at the end of the year before our third grade, before they move on to Lincoln School and Faust and Lincoln campus. We have third grade spring concert. Save the date just went out. That will be June 6th, Thursday, June 6th at 7 p.m. So more information to follow. And we have our third grade trip that was modified, change of date, working with the board office and busing for our Liberty Science Center trip for Monday, June 10th. And then we have our third grade moving up ceremony for Thursday, June 13th at 9:45 at Mackenzie School. That's our third grade moving up ceremony. And that is Thursday, June 13th at 9:45 a.m. And then that Friday, we do an annual clap out and third grade breakfast. That's for students only. But we really have a great time celebrating our third grade as they move on to intermediate and middle school for years to come. We have a lot of additional great dates to follow. So I'll just review some of them. All the things that we've done the past couple months. There was a newsletter that went out with third marking period report cards. So please see that, all of our celebrations and our Twitter handle as well. But we have field day May 22nd, and then the rain date is the following day. So we're hoping for the 22nd. We have a Memorial Day assembly on the 24th, which is Friday, that one session day. And then we're following up with in May 30th, we have our kindergarten orientation in the evening. That will also be communicated out to any kindergarten parents that are registered for the fall. And first grade trip, we're going to Turtleback Zoo on the 31st of May. And on the same night, on June 6th, as our third grade concert, we also have our first grade concert, but that will be at 6 p.m. So it'll be prior to the third grade. So we clear out the gym, and then we have our separate third grade concert to follow the same evening. We will, more information to follow. We will do our annual Multicultural International Day Assembly under the direction of Mrs. Martinez and her team and committee. I do want to note for all of our concerts, Ms. Hernandez has done a phenomenal job, has worked really hard with her committees and teams, and under the direction of Ms. Spear and her arts committee, always doing an amazing job. So much appreciated to all. We mentioned our third grade trips. We have our second grade trip as well to Bolero on June 7th. So we're lucky enough, that's almost like a neighbor for us. So we started that last year doing the transition from second grade trip heading over. And then our pre-K 4, we have our pre-K 4 moving up ceremony on June 11th, and that will be in the morning. I believe Mrs. Credico already sent out a save the date for that to all parents. Moving up ceremony, we noted, and clap out. There's a lot of great activities, but most importantly, we have some third graders that have been with us for approximately 5 years. So some that just joined us this year. So it's really a celebration of those students and all of our students to finish up. I appreciate the PTA, the board and administration support, and most importantly, our staff and our students and parents for working really hard. 6 weeks. Someone noted 32 days, but I usually count down when it's the last week. It's more of times for celebration. Appreciate all that you've done and continue to do. And looking forward to seeing everyone at the next PTA meeting.
Mr. Barrow, we have
Thank you,
several,
Mr.
or
Barrow.
not several, but a couple of questions. Sorry. One question was the third grade letter, was that an email or is that only available in Genesis?
So that was a Genesis blast. So if you have your email and you receive normal Genesis blast that went out today, I believe approximately at dismissal or after school. So that is Genesis blast, but via email.
Great. And then actually this one isn't necessarily for Mr. Barrow, but just Mr. Velarde may have neglected to mention the Lincoln School has a concert on May 30th at Beckton High School in the evening. So keep your eyes out for more information about that as that date gets closer as well.
I believe he sent out a communication that included all of that
Yes.
within the past couple days. That included a section for that as well.
Yep, agreed. And we'll try to keep up with all these dates and post them on our Facebook page. But in addition to obviously keep track of your emails and all these fun dates, lots to celebrate and lots to do before the end of the year. So wonderful.
You said, thank you, Mr. Lyons.
Mr. Barrow, can you give me the date again, please, for the pre-K 4 moving up celebration?
Sir, pre-K 4 moving up, we have June 11th, and that will be in the morning.
Okay,
For all pre-K 4 parents, a save the date went out for Mrs. Critical already.
perfect. And then is there going to be a pre-K orientation as well?
So that will follow. We usually have that in August. But the
Got
date
it.
will follow with that. The kindergarten we usually do in June, and that's in the evening.
Thank you, Mr. Barrow.
Thank you.
I am not seeing any more questions in the chat.
Okay, thank you, Kevin. Happy Principal's Day again, Mr. Barrow. And we're moving on. Correspondence, Kevin?
Okay, many correspondences this month, thanks to Administrative Assistance Day. From Louise Barone. Good morning. I received a gift from the ERPTA. Thank you for the thoughtful gift and for always including me. Have a wonderful rest of the school year. Louise E. Barone, Administrative Assistant to the School Business Administrator. From Cindy Velez. Good morning, Mrs. Green. Carol and I wanted to express our gratitude to you and the PTA for the lovely card you sent. Thank you for thinking of us. We truly appreciate it. Have a great day. Cindy Velez, School Secretary, Mackenzie Elementary School. Dear East Rutherford PTA, I hope this message finds you all well. I wanted to take a moment to express my sincerest gratitude to the entire PTA for the wonderful Administrative Assistant Day gift. Your kindness and thoughtfulness have truly touched my heart. Being part of the East Rutherford School District has been an incredibly rewarding experience. Your recognition means more to me than words can express, and I am deeply appreciative of your acknowledgement of the work I do. Thank you once again for this thoughtful gesture. I am grateful to be part of this wonderful district and look forward to our continued collaboration in supporting our school and community. Warmest regards, Lisa Mandeville, Lincoln School. From Jamie Predico. Good morning, Mrs. Green and PTA members. I just received the PTA's generous gift. What a great way to start my foggy Wednesday. Please forward my thank you to the group. I feel so lucky to be able to work at Mackenzie School alongside the wonderful PTA we have. I look forward to our continued journey. Have a great day, and thank you again for your thoughtfulness, Ms. Predico, Pre-K 4 Mackenzie School. And dear PTA, thank you so much for thinking of me. I appreciate the gift and all that you do. Meredith Cipollone. Dear Mrs. Green and members of the ERPTA, many thanks for your constant generosity and kindness. Thinking of me on Administrative Assistance Day was so thoughtful and truly made my day extra special. Working alongside of you and your organization throughout the year is such a pleasure. Thank you again for being so wonderful. With love, Donna Wolf. And then to Mrs. Green and the East Rutherford PTA, please accept this letter of sincere gratitude for thinking of all district principals for this year's National Principals Appreciation Day. The card was thoughtful and your generosity is much appreciated. It remains a pleasure to collaborate with the PTA to support our children throughout grades pre-K to 8, and this partnership is a cornerstone of our success as a community. Thank you for the continued support and recognition. We all look forward to a successful close to the school year. Regards, Brian Barrow, Principal Mackenzie School, Peter Velarde, Principal Lincoln School, and Regina Barali, Principal AS Faust School. I believe that is all the correspondence this month.
Thank you, Kevin. We've been
And I
busy this month.
apologize if I messed up anyone's name.
No, you did good. You did very good.
Good, thank you.
Thanks, Kevin. Treasurer's report, Paula.
Good evening, everyone. I'm reporting the April 2024 Treasurer's Report. There you go. You will see all the details. Everything is up posted in the East Rutherford page, but for reference, our ending balance, the PTA ending balance is $13,267.69 as of April 30th, 2024. And the 8th grade committee's ending balance, it's $5,596.76, and everything balances in ties.
Thank you, Paula. We're going to be busy between us and 8th grade committee, so I'm glad we're balanced. Thank you. Alyssa, any membership updates?
No updates at this time. Everything is still the same.
Thank you, Alyssa. Oh, 8th grade committee. Yuck.
Oh, hey, everyone. Thank you. Paula, thank you so much yesterday for helping to align the budget. That was a big relief, but also makes me nervous that we don't have that much time. And I feel like we should ideally have more money, but we don't. So it is what it is. Still trying to fundraise as much as we can. Thanks for your time yesterday. We did start selling our lawn signs. It's not a big fundraiser, but the fun thing about that is we'll start seeing signs around town at the end of the month, hopefully, or maybe the first week of June. You'll see some congratulatory signs around town, which is always fun to see. Last week we did have our spring dance, and Mrs. Bradley, I'm just really stoked that we actually, I think maybe for the first time, at least the first time that I've heard, that we literally had 0 kids on that quote unquote naughty list who couldn't attend the dance. So I thought that was really cool that we had 0 kids on that list. So very happy about that. We have 3 more events coming up that are specifically for fundraising. Mrs. Borelli mentioned that next Thursday is the Faust staff volleyball game against the 8th grade class. Would love for folks to come out and support and just get a couple of giggles. I think it's worth the $5 admission. So please come out and support. And then on Saturday, the 25th, we'll start at 11 a.m. We're going to do the annual car wash, which is always fun. Hoping for good weather, but if weather isn't ideal, I will push it to the following Saturday. But hoping that Saturday, the 25th, will work out well. And then the last fundraising event is our final dance, which is happening on Friday, June 7th, at Faust as always. We always need chaperones. The last dance definitely made me sweat because we're always struggling to get that 10 chaperones checked off our list. So hoping it's the last one. So I'm hopeful that we actually shouldn't have too much of a hard time gathering chaperones. And I think that's about it for 8th grade. There's just a lot more other events that are happening. I do want to actually just call out that Beckton Track and Field is hosting like a fun field day this Saturday for all Faust kids, only Faust kids. So if anyone's interested, I know they're like, please hit me up. I can send you the link, but it's also posted on Facebook. And I believe our rec director of town also sent out an email blast, but I don't know the reach of that email blast. So if anyone's interested in that, it's this Saturday at 12 p.m. And that is a fundraiser for the Beckton Track and Field team for $20. And I think that's all I have. Thanks all. Any questions? Let me know.
Thank you, Yuck.
Oh,
We're gonna be at Six Flags on the 7th. That's a Trills and Thrills Day. So, but we'll have a dance over at Six Flags instead. And I hope you
I
Sorry.
get
did not realize.
bronze.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's okay. You might still be going on. I think we're supposed to be back by 9. So it's till 10 o'clock, right? The dance. So you may get a few late stragglers in
Oh goodness. Okay.
if we make it in from traffic.
Yeah, unlikely.
Just play the Donna Summer as we're walking in. Any questions for 8th grade committee? So I know
Yes,
Yuck
when was
needs
the oh, when was the volleyball game?
Next Thursday at Beckton at 6:30.
And where is the car wash?
Car wash is at the DBW parking lot, right
Yep.
across from Riggin.
Mhm.
And
Got it.
Carrie, thank you for flagging. I actually did not realize the overlap with Trills and Thrills. That's pretty problematic. So we might have to cancel the last dance is the way I'm looking at it right now. But I speak with the committee at 8 o'clock and we'll get them to chime in. Ugh.
Yeah, because that's a bunch of chaperones in there too. Because I know they have a bunch of chaperones going to Trills and Thrills too. So, busy day. Keep us posted, Yuck.
Will do. Thank you.
Thank you, and I hope your meeting goes well tonight with 8th grade committee. Nominating committee, Jessica.
Yes. Hi. Thanks, Christine. Hi, everyone. I'm Jessica DeVega, and I'm actually happy to be chairing the nominating committee this year on behalf of the PTA. My co-committee members are Carrie Breen and Holly Wagner, and I think they're both still in the meeting right now with us. So we just wanted a quick minute to mention that, as most of you are probably aware, elections for all of the executive board seats and committee chair positions of the ERPTA will take place soon. So the new terms for all of the positions will begin July 1st. So, right in the middle of the summer, and they are all for a duration of 2 years. So nominations are now being accepted. The nomination period is open through the end of May. Ideally, if you would like to nominate someone or self-nominate, we would love to get those nominations by like mid-May, but at the very latest, like definitely before Memorial Day weekend. And one note is that anyone who is nominated for a position or a committee chair role must be a current member of the PTA. So you must be a member now in order to be considered for a position. The flyer did go out. I think it was printed at all 3 schools and sent home with the children, but the flyer it lists all of the positions, and then on the back, it also gives a description of every single position. So if you are interested in getting involved, you can kind of look through the list and see what might fit you and your personality and what you can contribute. The flyer can also be found in virtual backpack. Let me think. The PTA webpage on the Board of Ed website, and also social media. So I think the Facebook page also had posted the flyer, but here it is. It is 2 pages, so you can just read about the open spots and the description of all of them. And the email address is listed there. So if you do want to make a nomination, you can just send a quick message to this email that's at the bottom here, ERPTA nominations 2024 at Gmail. And that message will come to myself, Carrie, and Holly. And if you have any questions, you can reach out.
Thank you, Jessica.
You're very
And then
welcome.
we also have the email address there for the nominating committee for if anybody wants to reach out. And good luck. Thank you for all you're doing, nominating committee.
Of course, we're happy to help.
Okay. Old business. Please remember to check out our April meeting minutes and treasurer's report. They will be posted on our PTA page on the district website. Vino and Vinyasa, Tara.
Hi, everybody. So last night we held our second yoga night. And it was a night of yoga, movement, meditation, a sound bath. It was guided by Yadina Kelman from A Life in Balance Studio. So thank you for everybody that participated and those that donated. We know everyone has very hectic schedules, but it was honestly the perfect Tuesday evening pause and reset. So we hope that when we have them in the future, everybody can make it. And yeah, be on the lookout because everybody seems to really like it. So we want to do that. And all the portions of a part of the proceeds go to back to the PTA. So it's going to a good cause. Thank you.
Thank you, Tara. New business. Um, thank you to all our students that entered our three schools for entering our field day t-shirt design contest, and also to our art teachers, Ms. Mashir and Mrs. Spear, for collaborating with us again to have the students help PTA with our field day t-shirt design. And the winners are from Mackenzie, Ijona Crenshaw, third grade, Mrs. Machado's class. Lincoln, Nyla Dior, fifth grade, Mrs. Reed's homeroom. Faust, Camila Rodriguez, seventh grade, Mr. Majdiak's homeroom. So congratulations, and we are looking forward to wearing our t-shirts. Here is a sneak peek of a mock-up of how our t-shirt will look for field day. They're going to be styling. Tricky Tray, Charisse. Is Charisse or anyone from Tricky Tray Committee on Zoom with us tonight?
I do see Charish, but I asked her to unmute. I'm not sure if she's away from her computer or what.
Got it. Well, tickets are currently on sale right now for $20. And Turkey Tray is coming up in 2 weeks on the 17th. I know they have a lot of really great prizes. It's not letting Teresa mute. Is there any way we can help her out, Kevin?
I can only ask her to unmute, but I can't actually unmute her.
Got it.
Sorry.
Charisse. It's okay, Charisse.
Kev, you don't have do you have the setting under like able to mute and unmute themselves checked off?
Yes, I have all participants can unmute themselves.
Curious, if you're on your phone, it may be a setting like a Wi-Fi, a cell phone setting you may have to change for your audio.
Can you hear me now?
No.
Yes, welcome, Charisse.
Hi, sorry.
Hi, thanks. No worries. Good to hear your voice.
So far we have 140 tickets sold. We have over $11,000 in prizes. And stuff keeps coming. I don't know, every day I keep getting more stuff. Hello?
Hi, Charisse.
Yeah. Did you hear what I said or no?
I can hear you. I don't know what happened there,
Okay.
but I'm glad you're getting a lot of prizes in. Then we still have more coming your way. So
Yes.
we just got a
Yes.
few in today. So,
Okay, good.
and it was how many tickets we have so far? Was it 140 I saw in chat?
140. So we're looking to sell only 250. So we only have 110 left.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Get your tickets. Anything else? Awesome. Thank you, Charisse. Um, at this time, if anybody has any questions, please feel free to put it in the chat.
I put a question in the
Was
chat
there a
about the
question
wait
about the
list
wait?
for pre-K. Yes, for
Hi,
pre-K.
Rose. How are you?
I'm good, Christine. How are you?
Good, thank you.
I don't know
Pre-K,
if I
what
missed
about?
it. Yeah, I just want to know if, I don't know if anyone on the call can answer, but just how the wait list works. Is it random or is there like a specific order? Just curious.
That would be a question for Cindy Velez over at the main office. Unfortunately, I don't have the answer to that, Rose. I'm sorry. And I don't see Mr. Barrow on Zoom anymore either. I'm
Okay, I'll
sorry,
just send her
Rose.
an email. Thank you. Yeah,
Yes,
okay,
please.
no problem.
No, and good luck and good luck with the wait list.
Yeah, seriously.
Thank you, Kevin. Did we have any other questions?
I see no other questions in the chat.
Okay, at this time, I would like to send a reminder that our next meeting is June 5th at 7 p.m. on Zoom. And we would like to wish all our teachers a happy Teachers Appreciation Week next week. Let's appreciate our teachers every day for all the hard work and everything they do with our kids. So thank you. Happy School Nurses Day to our 3 nurses. Nurse Dunn over at Mackenzie, Nurse Pacelli over at Lincoln, and Nurse McCabe at Faust. Thank you for all that you do and for keeping us all healthy and safe. And then happy Memorial Day weekend to everyone. Think is that a 1 session day right before Memorial Day? Yep. We have all that information there. Please stay safe and enjoy your Memorial Day weekend. And some more dates just to keep in mind. Keep a lookout on your emails for all the Genesis Plus with the reminders with all the important dates coming up, as there are a lot, as we close out the school year. Thank you everyone for zooming in. Have a good night. Board members, please just stay on.
Thank you all.
Have a good night, everyone. Thank you.